Is this $500 carbon fiber tripod about to beat Peak Design at their own game? Maybe. This might be my new favorite tripod is the Falcam F38 Pro, the TreeRoot. Falcam is a Ulanzi company, and recently I switched all of our camera gear from Peak Design to Ulanzi because they're just making some really good stuff. They have the F38, F22, F50, and then they have this beautiful cage with FX3. Their stuff just works. They're just like thinking about it better. This cage right here is clean. I can put it right on the tripod. It locks into place, boom. I have a backpack clip. It locks into place. Like Peak Design doesn't make a cage. Ulanzi makes a cage. They make the clips. They make all the accessories that you want. And this tripod is extremely light. So is this it? Let's find out. So this is a great travel tripod for who? Content creators, travel photographers, videographers, people who are trying to do run and gun work, and you want a small that fits in your carry-on tripod as well as extremely light and quick-ish to deploy. It's not the fastest, but you go ahead and you just unscrew and the legs just slide out super seamlessly. And then you can go ahead and tighten the legs. So it's relatively easy to deploy. It works with Arca-Swiss and all of the Ulanzi plates that you can purchase. You go ahead and just slide this out and we're locked in place. It does have a ball head, so now I can increase the height a little bit up here. And if I'm like, oh, I need to get this shot that's angled in a certain way, I'll go ahead and unscrew. I can turn it left to right. I can go ahead and loosen the ball head. Maybe I want to get a vertical shot like this, but I'm kind of limited in terms of how much I can tilt up and down. I can move it side to side. But the power that comes with Ulanzi is I love their cages. So you're like, oh, well, actually, I like having the ball head facing the right way. Well, little did you know that the cage itself on this camera is also a vertical cage. So I can go ahead and slide this sucker in, and now I have a vertical shooting rig. Like, that is something I don't see in Peak Design. So that's a win right there. Now I can use the ball head exactly how I would. And if I really want to, I can shoot upside down. But why would you ever need that? This thing can support 5 kilograms, 11 pounds of weight. It's working with an FX3 on a 16-35 lens right there. It's super easy to control and use. The learning curve is extremely small. There's even a ball head here to show if I'm level or not. It's really easy to take the camera on and off. This is the center column, which you just unscrew this, it goes up and down. It's very fluid. Like, you're not gonna be able to film videos while moving it up and down, but I can easily and quickly adjust things. If I wanna have the tripod go even lower, bring the legs in, press, just like most tripods, they all have kind of the same buttons and ways to use them. Roll in the legs to make the base a bit smaller. Like, look how fast that was to adjust. Now, we can bring this extremely low to the ground. Boom. So you have all of these options to play with. And one thing it has here is an F22 mount. So one thing I really like is, let's say I'm filming something on a camera, but I wanna have notes, or I just wanna have my phone. I have a little MagSafe to F22 mount. I slide that on, and then I can have my phone right here. I can have the camera right next to me, and then I can easily be able to film myself and be able to view my notes on the tripod itself. It makes it so easy. And maybe I lost the hex screw. Look at that. There is a little hex device right inside of this hook as well. Now let's say you're trying to film somewhere where the terrain is a little more rough and you can't just use the rubber feet. There are also spikes on the bottom as well. You just pull these right off, and now I can just shove this into the dirt to make sure that the tripod stays in its place. Boom, and they just pop right back on. Like, the effort it takes, you just unscrew them all, boom, the leg is now fully extended. We tighten, tighten, tighten. We go ahead, unscrew all 3, it slides out so swiftly. Tighten, 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 unscrew, fully slides out. Tighten, tighten, tighten. And now let me show you the full height of the tripod. So now we put the legs down. All right, that's pretty tall, but I can unscrew this and bring it almost as high as my eyes. I'm 6 feet tall, and this is very high for a tripod. It could be a little wobbly, but as long as you hook a bag, some kind of sandbag on the bottom here, it'll stay a little more stable. So from a maximum and minimum height perspective, you're able to get pretty expansive on this tripod. And what the thing I absolutely love is, look at this. It's massively tall. We roll it in, unscrew, 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 roll it in, screw them all at once. Unscrew, 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 roll it in, screw it on all at once. You don't have to do like multiple turns. It's literally a half turn to screw and unscrew. So that's how it makes it effortless and easy to take this tripod from what it once was, this massive behemoth, boom, into this little thing. This weighs 3.3 pounds, which is 0.5 pounds, half a pound more than the Peak Design carbon fiber. I would say that's not very noticeable. It is relatively tall, This is 18 inches, which is 3 inches taller than the Peak Design carbon fiber travel tripod. So it is a little bit bigger. I would love to see it to feel smaller, but this just means you get more height with this bad boy. But it can fit in most carry-ons. It might be a bit of a stretch, but it should be able to. You might have to put it diagonally, but at 18 inches, it is quite tall. Now it has a really low minimum point, so we'll press this up, this thing comes out. Go ahead and push this in, and then it just falls right off. Now we can use this as a weapon. So now I can go ahead and take the middle column out to get extremely low. As I go slide this out, and now we can just slide this in. Oh, and then lock it into place. And because the stem would typically be sticking out of the bottom, now it's not, so which will allow us go in, press that. And now that is extremely low and extremely sturdy. You're trying to get those low shots, beautiful angles. You can do that right here. Maybe you're like, oh, I want to play with the angle a little bit. You can go ahead and still even like get that powerful shot facing upward when it's low on the ground. That is actually stunning. I need to use this feature. I didn't even know this existed. But look at that. That's beautiful. And then you're like, okay, I need to get back in this. Go ahead and unscrew, slide this back out, line these pieces up, unhook. You know what? I need to travel with this tripod everywhere I go. Take the hook out, slide it into place, put the hook right back in. And now, as you can see, we weren't able to do this before, but now we can do that. Now let's answer some most commonly asked questions from the internet. How does the build quality compare to the Peak Design long term? The M40 carbon fiber has actually shown to have better long-term durability. Where the Peak Design, the levers tend to loosen over time, the TreeRoot twist lock can maintain its consistent performance. And the superior carbon fiber grade should resist stress factors better. However, the Peak Design does have a longer track record and better warranty support. Is this really worth $100 more than the Benro CyanBird? I think the material alone justifies the cost difference, the M40 carbon fiber versus the Benro's standard materials, plus these twist locks. The CyanBird has a problematic lever system. People have rated online from what we've seen that the TreeRoot has just higher stability than other options, especially for telephoto work. Can it handle heavy telephoto lenses without vibration? Yes, with caveats. The M40 carbon fiber provides excellent vibration dampening up to 5 kilograms on the ball head. So you really want to keep that center column low for maximum stability. And someone did post that they're able to use it with a 200 to 600 millimeter lens, but ideally you want to stay within the recommended 11-pound 5 kilogram payload capacity. How fast is the setup compared to Peak Design? I would say it's slightly faster than the Peak Design because you can just screw. Whereas Peak Design, you have to open up the latches and it's a bit harder in a little bit, like a millisecond, a bit harder. You are able to get much lower with this tripod than the Peak Design. And there's less setups and tools for different height setups with this versus Peak Design. Does the ball head really work with all Arca-Swiss plates? They do say 90%, and from testing that most people have tried, it does work. Honestly, I just switched over to all Falcam stuff, so I know it works. But yeah, that's one of the issues I've had with all these Arca-Swiss plates. Like it works on one, but not the other. But this one should work with 90%. What's the real world folded size and weight? 18.6 inches folded length, 3.3 pounds total weight, 1.5 kilograms. It should fit in most carry-on bags and backpack side pockets. The weight is noticeable, but it's reasonable for the stability that you get out of it. It feels more solid than the Peak Design carbon, I would say, just because the weight's a bit sturdier. But yeah, you can slide this to like your water bottle side of your pocket of your backpack. Are the twist locks better than lever locks in sandy conditions? Yes, because there's fewer exposed parts. Like on the Peak Design, you have the latches which open up, and if you get stuff in there, like they're not going to work as well. Whereas these twist locks, it's all kind of like in one built-in system, so you're less likely to be able to get dust and other things inside of the twist mechanism. They do slightly open up when you do unscrew them, but for the most part, they should be able to last better. You just have to make sure that you're doing proper cleaning. How good is the F22 accessory system? I think it's really good. It's still developing. There's magic arms, phone mounts, monitor brackets, things that are high quality. It's a bit limited compared to the traditional 1/4 inch system, but it's growing. And the quick release, I love the quick release of F22. You do just have to get adapters for a lot of 1/4 inch devices and making sure that it doesn't unscrew. I do love that I can attach a monitor mount, like a variety of things to this F22 mount on the side while still having that main piece on the top. Like it's giving me dual support on such a small tripod. What's the warranty and customer service like? Falcam offers a 6-year warranty, which is pretty good. And the customer service times are inconsistent based on what people have posted online. The repair replacement isn't as streamlined as Peak Design because you can like go to the store and they'll just replace it for you. And I think Peak Design has a lifetime warranty. Does the center column system have any reliability issues? Some say that it can loosen over time, but it seems to be rare and easily fixed by retightening. Overall, it's been shown to be pretty reliable in usage over 6 months. How does it perform in wind compared to heavier tripods? For its weight class, the M40 carbon fiber's vibration dampening helps a lot, and the center column hook allows you to hang a bag or something so it stays heavier. It's not going to match a heavy tripod, but it will outperform almost every travel tripod. What maintenance does it need long term? How does it wear? Minimal maintenance. The twist lock should be occasionally cleaned and lubricated. The carbon fiber shows excellent wear resistance, and the rubber feet might need replacement after heavy use, but people have reported minimal wear over 6 months, and spare O-rings are included for maintenance as well. Now, overall thoughts. $100 cheaper than the carbon fiber tripod from Peak Design. This M40 carbon fiber tripod is well built, it works fast, it's easy to deploy, and it has a bit more features than the Peak Design. 6-year warranty, superior build quality, and I think it's a great choice for photographers. Even videographers, you just need static shots. If you don't care about the brand as much and you want, the new F22, the F38 systems, which Falcam and Ulanzi do provide, this is a great tripod, and I think it's one of the best travel tripods. It is the one thing I'm going to now start traveling, putting in my backpack when I fly places. There is a link in the description if you do plan to buy it. That helps support the channel. Let me know. Is Falcam the new winner of travel tripods? Does it beat out Peak Design? Subscribe to notifications. Follow me at Shervin Shares on all of the socials. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.